Dear lost sheep from the house of Israel, we, bij Jacob International, team and Ariel from the Harabait in Jerusalem, like to wish you a good Shabbat in Messiah Ben Yoseph, that you all soon, strong, independent from Ishmael and Edom, in the love of HaShem, may stand on the gates of Zion. The Midrash is speaking of 4 exiles in advance of Mashiach arrival and the final redemption: Babylonian, Median, Greek and Roman. Bereshit Rabbah 2 verse 4. Yet the Zohar speaks of another aspect of exile at the end of days. The descendants of Ishmael will go up at the time, end of days, with the nations of the world against Jerusalem. In Zohar 1, folio 198a. There is a tradition that Ishmael will be the final extension of the Roman exile. It will be with his descendants that the final generation of Jews before the redemption will have to contend. This is supported by the Midrash. Israel will say to the king of the Arabs, "Take silver and gold and leave the temple." The king of the Arabs will say, "You have nothing to do with this temple. However, if you want, choose a sacrifice as you did in the past, and we will also offer a sacrifice. And with the one whose sacrifice is accepted, we will all become one people." The Jewish people will offer theirs, but it will not be accepted because the Satan will lay charges against them before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The descendants of Kedar will offer theirs, and it will be accepted. At that time the Arabs will say to Israel, "Come and believe in our faith," but Israel will answer, "We will kill or be killed, but we will not deny our belief." At that time swords will be drawn, bows will be strung, and arrows will be sent, and many will fall. In Sefer Eliyahu, Pirkei Mashiach, page 236. Today we may see that Ishmael became the final extension of Rome, Edom, the leaders of the Western world and the modern state of Israel. But the road back shall be opened for the lost sheep from the house of Israel. Today we may see that Messiah Ben Yoseph becomes more and more the leader of the lost sheep from the house of Israel. While Ishmael and Edom have their plans, HaShem is teaching us. In Zechariah 1 verse 16, there we can read, "Therefore thus said Adonai, I shall return to Jerusalem with compassion and love. My house shall be built in it, declares Adonai Tsevaot." In Ezekiel 34 we can read, "And the word of Adonai came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, Thus said Adonai to the shepherds, Woe to the shepherds of Israel, who have been feeding themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flock? You eat the fat and you put on the wool. You slaughter the fatlings. You do not feed the flock. You have not strengthened the weak, nor have you healed the sick, nor bound up the broken, nor brought back the straying, nor sought out what was lost, but you have ruled them with might and harshness. And they were scattered because there was no shepherd, and they became food for all the beasts of the field, when they were scattered. My sheep wandered through all the mountains, and on every hill, high hill, and my sheep were scattered over all the face of the earth, and no one was seeking or searching for them. Therefore, you shepherds, hear the word of Adonai. As I live, declares Adonai, because my flock became a prey, and my flock became food for every every beast of the field, from not having a shepherd. And my shepherds did not search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and did not feed my flock. Therefore, O shepherds, hear the word of Adonai. Thus said Adonai, see, I am against the shepherds, and shall require my flock at their hand, and shall make them cease feeding the sheep, and the shepherds shall feed themselves no more. And I shall deliver my flock from their mouths, and they shall no longer be food for them. For thus said Adonai, see, I myself shall search for my flock and seek them out, as a shepherd seeks out his flock on the day he is among his scattered sheep. So I shall seek out my sheep, and deliver them from all the places where they were scattered, in a day of cloud and thick darkness. And I shall bring them out from the peoples, and gather them from the lands, and I shall bring them to their own land, and I shall feed them on the mountains of Israel, in the valleys, and in all the dwellings of the land. In good pasture I shall feed them, and their fold shall be on the high mountains of Israel. They shall lie there in good fold, and feed in rich pasture on the mountains of Israel. I shall feed my flock, and make them lie down, declares Adonai. I shall seek out the lost, and bring back the strayed, and I shall bind up the broken, and strengthen it what was sick. But the fat and the strong I shall destroy. I shall feed them with right ruling. And as for you, O my flock, this said Adonai, see, I am judging between sheep and sheep, between rams and goats. Is it not enough for you to have eaten up the good pastures, and the rest of your pasture you trample with your feet, or that you should drink of the clear waters, and the rest you muddy with your feet? And as for my flock, they eat what you have trampled with your feet, and they drink what you have muddied with your feet. Therefore, thus said Adonai to them, see, I myself shall judge between the fat and lean sheep, because you have pushed it with flank and shoulder, and thrust at all the weak ones with your horns, and scattered them abroad. Therefore I shall save my flock, and let them no longer be a prey. I shall judge between sheep and sheep. And I shall raise up over them one shepherd, my servant David, and he shall feed them. He shall feed them and be their shepherd. And I, Adonai, shall be their Elohim, and my servant David, a prince in their midst. I, Adonai, have spoken. And I shall make a covenant of peace with them, and make evil beasts cease from the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness, and sleep in the forest. And I shall make them in the places all around my hill a blessing, and shall cause showers to come down in their season. Showers of blessing they are. And the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and the earth yield her increase, and they shall be safe in their land. And they shall know that I am Adonai, when I have broken the bars of their yoke. And I shall deliver them from the hand of those who enslaved them. And they shall no longer be in prey for the Gentiles, and the beast of the earth shall not devour them, and they shall dwell safely with no one to make them afraid. And I shall raise up for them a planting place of name, and they shall no longer be consumed by hunger in the land, nor bear the shame of the Gentiles any more. And they shall know that I, Adonai, their Elohim, am with them, and that they, the house of Israel, are my people, declares Adonai. And you, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your Elohim, declares Adonai. Yes, it shall be said again. In Psalm 122 we can read, I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of Adonai. Our feet have been standing within your gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is bound together, where the tribes have come up, the tribes of Yah, a witness to Israel, to give thanks to the name of Adonai, For there the thrones of right ruling were set, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Let those who love you be at rest. Peace be within your walls. Rest in your citadels. For the sake of my brothers and companions, I say, peace be within you. For the sake of the house of Adonai, our Elohim, I seek your good. I, Ariel, your representative, invite all the lost sheep from the house of Israel. Come, united, independent, free from Ishmael and Edom. Become strong. Please study with us in Messiah Ben Yoseph. It is divine demand, Livering 30, that we renounce the Constantine Jesus on every level, being Ger to Shav that has renounced Avodah Zarah. We are seeking to learn the 7 laws and continue would be to perfect this level and climb deeper into Ger to Shav status. Praying, hoping to receive the Ger to Shav status from the Israeli Jews when we start to build our independent nation east of the Jordan River on the gates of Zion. To be like Nochri, learning Torah, comparing to high priest as in Talmud Bava Kama 38a. To be like Nochri of King Solomon and Naaman. To engage in proper Messiah Ben Yosef literature as means of bringing the final redemption close and reveal it in our days. Amen. HaShem, Hua Elohim, is the true Redeemer. So let us request the Jewish people, please bring us all back under the counsel from HaShem in creating a favorable national climate for building the temple on the Har HaBayim for our national service to HaShem, by bringing back the Ark of the Covenant to her righteous place on the foundation stone, so that we together may hear Hashem's voice again and come together. With these words, I like to bless you. For the man, it is said, Simcha Elohim ke Ephraim ke Menashe. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yismarecha. Ya'ir Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And to the women, Vesimech Elohim kesara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yismarecha. Ya'ir Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.